so he starts off with the second broad aspect. He said, let us consider the second broad aspect of humanity's relationship with the world of our fellow animals, the aspect by which man affects himself. So obviously that's the kind of language of the time. Now, essentially, he's talking about a kind of a vicious circle, really, because the language is really interesting. And I think Watson was the same with this. He talked about humans being parasites on the non-human world, right? And he says that because we're parasites on the non-human world, it affects our moral development. And then it doesn't do us any good, either physically or morally. And so therefore, we become even worse. So we become worse parasites. And, we do things which are even more vicious. And so it goes around in a bit of a vicious circle. That's what he starts off by saying, which is quite interesting.
I think what he didn't realise as well is that by farming and obviously killing all these animals, that we're actually endangering our own very existence on this planet because of the huge contribution that animal farming and also to a certain extent the fishing industry as well makes towards the climate crisis. It's absolutely huge. I mean, it's been estimated by one, by one study to be as high as 87% responsible for the climate crisis. For global
heat. I think the other key one that possibly, well, I guess it wasn't a factor at all really when this was written, would have been antibiotic resistance too.
Yes, absolutely. There's far more antibiotics used on farmed animals, aren't there, than on humans, and of course people are consuming that flesh that the antibiotics have been used on, and also those antibiotics are going into the water system, aren't they? They're going into the rivers and into the sea and everywhere, and so there's all that as well.
Yeah, I mean that's a real serious threat even to vegans.
Yeah, so I mean, although the pioneers of veganism didn't realise that, there's a much more direct threat to the very survival of humans on this planet, through the fact that we consume animal products.